Hello. I may be a little nervous, so if I am, please forgive me. For me, July 4th is a celebration of men as much as the documents they have drafted. And by that I mean, of course, the Founding Fathers, in whose group I include Columbus as the first great founding father of America. We are evangelical about so many things, except the one thing that matters: America. The Founding Fathers were moderate and very pious, but moderate and circumspect about their religion. But they were evangelical about America. Nathan Hale said, "I have only one regret, that I have but one life to give for my country." That is why we admire those men. We look up to them. But the problem is that we are nothing like them now. That's the problem. We admire them, but we know nothing of what they said, or why they said it. Why include the liberties that they have? We don't know. We repeat them like platitudes and not know the causes of them. How many of us here today have read John Locke's Second Treatise of Government, written in the 1600s, and it philosophically defends all of the freedoms that America was going to have? Every founding father had it on his bookshelf. Every colonial house had it in its bookshelf. How many of us have read Addison's Cato, a play written in 1730s, which encapsulates the deepest values of America? And during that awful long winter at Valley Forge, our starving soldiers performed this play for themselves in the forest. That's how much it meant to them. How much does it mean to us now? That's my question. How can we expect others to follow the body of the law, the Constitution, when we don't even understand the heart and spirit, the heart and soul of the law? And that's the problem. Because if the heart and soul of America is disregarded, we can't expect the politicians to follow the body of the law. And guess what? They don't. I'm sorry to surprise some of you that they no longer follow the Constitution. There's a long line of presidents going back decades who have never liked the Constitution, have never understood it, have never understood this country that they live in. Because the contents of their minds were not in harmony with this country that they found themselves in. It's almost like they were forced to live here. And so they came to power, and they began to bring the country closer to what they were, rather than bring themselves closer to what the country is. And of these men, Barack Obama is the very worst. The problem with him is that he seems to be in complete ignorance of what the country is even about. He doesn't even know what America is. He doesn't even know. $500 billion tax-funded bailout? Sure. $1 trillion, $1,000 billion tax-funded bailout? Sure. Meanwhile, his own workers can't even pay taxes. Right? They owe tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes. People that he chose to be in office and help him run the country. Nationalize GM and make our country like Hugo Chavez in Venezuela? Sure. Why not? A finance czar? Regulate and nationalize half of Wall Street? Sure. Now he wants to regulate people's salaries. In only 6 months, this ingenious president of ours is trying to decide how much people here will earn. What have we come to? Let me move on to the crown jewel in his crown: nationalized healthcare. Now, if he was honest and he said, "I want to nationalize healthcare," then I would be here on the podium arguing against it. He would have his cronies arguing for it, and we would have an honest, but angry, but honest debate. But he's not even being honest about it. He's saying that he just wants to compete. He wants to increase competition by having the government provide healthcare alongside the private companies. And that is the epitome of dishonesty, because who here in their right mind will think that a private company can compete with the government? So it is clear that nationalization of our healthcare is obviously his goal. He's merely trying to use our language against us, using sophistry and fancy words to take the last of our liberty.